Hello again, guys. Welcome back to this video. I hope you're having a great day. Happy Sunday, first of all, to every single one of you, wherever you're watching from, whether you're catching me on Facebook or on YouTube. I want to say a big welcome to you guys. You know what I do here? I basically talk about Nigerian Super Eagles and our team. And again, today is this day for the second fixture that we have in the Olympics, Super Falcons versus Spain. And this is definitely a match that's going to be the decider whether we will progress or whether we have hope to even progress, into the knockout stage, or we are, actually going home after that game. But it's a game that is a must-win for the Nigerian Super Falcons because we actually lost our first game against Brazil. A slim loss in that one. We actually lost 1-0. But this game, we don't need to lose this game. If we lose this game, then it's probably over for us. The least that we can get for this game is a draw. And of course, it's going to be a really hard match because Spain are the current world champions. They are #1 in FIFA ranking in terms of women's football. So I don't expect any easy game whatsoever. I think it's even going to be more testing than the Brazil game. But if any team can beat Spain on a good night, it's definitely going to be Nigerian Super Falcons. And speaking about the team, Waldrum obviously trained the girls yesterday evening. And it was a really good training. The feeling was good. The atmosphere was okay. The practice went on really well. So that's definitely a positive heading into this game today's evening. Remember, it's going to be played around 6 p.m. Today at the Nantes Metropole Stadium, which is in Nantes, Paris. And the Nigerian Super Falcons will be going into that game like a wounded lion, hoping to get something out of that game. Of course, I said it before in the previous video, we have a bigger motivation to actually go on and win this game against Spain because we've lost the first game and Spain actually won their first game. And I think in the other fixture, being Brazil and Japan will also want to make a statement. They are also a world champion, former world champion, and they lost their first game against Spain. So they'll want to try really hard to have a victory over Brazil, as we also will want to fight hard to get a victory over Spain. But we'll see what happens. Spain also had their training yesterday, so it's a clash of the titans this evening. Both teams are obviously ready for this one. One thing that I think that Coach Waldrum is going to want to experiment is actually bringing in Asisat Oshoala, maybe from the start of the game. We noticed that she hasn't really been playing that much because of the presence of young talented stars. But right now, we may not have that much of a choice than to bring in the experienced Asisat Oshoala to try and get us goals because, frankly, we need goals. We need people to start getting goals. And Asisat Oshoala, despite her age, we know that on a good day she can make the difference for us, just like we saw against Brazil. Mata was the one that brought assist. She's very old. She's like 37, 38 years old. So I don't see any reason why Asisat shouldn't be playing the game. But we'll see what happens. More updates coming up on that one. In terms of the formation, match news, every single thing that you need to know before that game. So make sure you follow the page on Facebook, and if it's on YouTube, make sure to subscribe, guys, so you get all this information. Moving on, guys, let me let you know the next gist, which is on transfers. And Iheanacho seems to have found his club at this moment, as the report is that he is edging really close to moving to Sevilla. It's the Europa League freaks, those guys that obviously know how to win the Europa League a lot. So Kelechi, according to the reports, has now agreed personal terms with this club, and he could be joining them in the next week. Obviously, we know that a lot of clubs are interested in him, the likes of Aston Villa. We talked about that countless times, and a number of clubs are in Turkey. But right now, it seems that he will be joining the La Liga club side, which has a Nigerian player recently, signed to it. I'm talking about Chidera Ejuke. You remember that he was signed by Sevilla as a free agent in the past week. And right now they are looking at bringing Iheanacho also as a free agent into the team. Of course, this gives me some good feelings because I know that if this works, then there could be some really good partnership between these two players, Ejuke and Iheanacho. Ejuke himself has already been impressing, even though it's just been a few days that he signed to the club. Ejike actually won the player of the tournament in their Antonio Puerta Trophy title, which they recently won in preseason. Ejike was easily the best player in the tournament because of his dribbling ability in 1v1 situation and his ability to also support the attack. So this made him stand out in that competition, and it just goes to show you how much of a bright future he could have with this Sevilla side once the season starts. But again, for Kelechi Iheanacho, the report is that he will be traveling this week to Sevilla to do his medical and then complete the signature to join the club. And moving on to the next gist, Mikel has now tipped Rodri to beat the likes of Vinicius Junior, Mbappe and other candidates to win the Ballon d'Or later this year. Of course, we know Rodri is a top performer for Manchester City side for several seasons now, and more recently last season with Man City he won the double, won the Premiership, won the Carling Cup, but didn't win the Champions League. He also won the Euro 2024 and he was the player of the competition. But the real question is, is this really enough for him to win this Ballon d'Or? Remember, Vinicius Junior is also someone who is a front runner for that Ballon d'Or award because of what he's been able to do with Real Madrid, winning the La Liga and then also winning the Champions League. Not just winning it, he scored important goals in this tournament. Again, there are other contenders as well, but Mikel's opinion is that Rodri is the man that they should give that award, nothing else. He is by far, the person that deserves it, especially after winning the Euro. That's Mikel's opinion. But this is the most interesting part of it all. Rodri himself is not pushing himself as the front runner to win this award. In fact, what he told newsmen is that he doesn't really care much about who wins it. The only thing he cares for is if a Spaniard actually wins the award, that he will be fine by that. He wants a Spanish player to win it. And again, he pushed for the likes of Dani Carvajal, who is also with the Real Madrid squad that won the Champions League, won their league, and also won the Euros. And if you look at it, it makes sense because Carvajal is sort of an underrated contender to this award. But the fact is, he has won everything that Rodri won with the national team and also won the Champions League, won the league with his club side. So he's literally won more more trophies than these other contenders. So it's a good shot, that we might see some shocker when this award is given later this year on the 28th of October 2024. But we'll see what happens. It's still a long time until that event takes place. But for now, Mikel aired his opinion just like he has always done after his retirement. He has been talking a lot. He has been talking too much, these days, which is, obviously what we have to put up with because it seems like it's his new career path right now, doing punditry and doing podcasts and all of that. But that's the update for this video. Thank you for sticking around. Don't forget to follow the page if you're on Facebook watching this right now, or subscribe to the channel if you're on YouTube, and take care of yourself. Stay tuned, more updates unraveling soon.